Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you guys doing? I'm excited to react to these clips I found. I found 3 clips, little YouTube shorts about German construction methods. Some of them compare it to American methods, like this first one is about German roofs compared to American roofs, which I already know is going to be kind of comical because the American roofs just don't have the best reputation. But also, more importantly, it's just interesting to see the different construction methods. And one of them's about roads. You guys definitely maintain your roads quite immaculately. So that's always interesting to see. All right, these are all linked down below. This is the one about the roofs, obviously. So here's the American roof. Using a nail gun. Let's see.
American roofs look so thin compared to German houses. In the US, most homes are built with wood and asphalt shingles, a lightweight, cheap, and easy to install material. It keeps construction fast and costs low, but
now, I mean, I guess maybe relatively costs are low, but a roof ain't cheap. Like, I think I was quoted like $14,000 for a roof, which maybe that's cheap compared to a German roof. But obviously, you guys aren't having to replace them every 20 years. That's about the lifespan of an American roof. 20 years.
So I just found out my HR.
I don't know why that just did that by itself. Anyway, 20 years. Yeah, $14,000. And it's like not the biggest house, you know.
built with wood and asphalt shingles, a lightweight, cheap, and easy to install material. It keeps construction fast and costs low. But in Germany, houses are mostly concrete or brick, with thick tile roofs that last for decades. They're built to handle harsh winters, strong winds, and even strict energy regulations. Meanwhile, American asphalt shingles can be replaced in a day, making them more convenient, but way less durable.
Yeah, it's a day, but it could be done in a day by a crew of maybe like 8 people, you know. Hardworking people. Honestly, most of the crews are now Mexican people. I don't know if that has any relevance, but at least here where I live, they're very hardworking people. You know, they're out there in the sun, and they get the job done pretty quick.
Asphalt shingles can be replaced in a day, making them more convenient, but way less durable. So, would you rather have a quick fix or a roof that lasts a lifetime? Why do American roofs look so
I need to answer that question, I need to look up how much a German roof costs. Okay, so this is, obviously there's a ton of variables, just like there are in America, that go into how much a roof replacement costs, from how big the roof is, how much work needs to be done, how extensive of a replacement it is, what type of tiles you want. With all that said, it looks like this example says it might cost between 22,000 euros to 35,000 euros. But then this says a basic re-roof might only cost 15,000 euros. Did I say this is for a 150 square meter roof? Anyway, that gives me a rough idea. Obviously, that sounds more expensive on average. And that's kind of obvious, huh? Of course it's going to be. So in my case, if I'm being honest, if someone came to me and said, hey, do you want to pay 30 grand for a German style roof? It's going to last forever. Or do you just want us to do a $15,000 roof and it's going to last 15 years? You know, the American asphalt tiles, you know, worse insulation. Right now, I'd probably say, give me the American one because I don't plan to own this house for that long, you know? Like, if I live here for 5 more years, I'm fine with the shitty American roof. I know you guys don't move as often, but Americans do move quite a bit. I personally have moved quite a bit in the last 10 years. I think I've moved like 4 times or something. And I don't plan on not moving again. That was a weird way of saying, I plan on moving again. So therefore, it's like, would it increase the property value of the house? Probably. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Probably. Although, if we get even more weird about it, some people might be turned off by the fact that your house is now going to stick out. You know, when you live in a neighborhood and you're the only one with a clay roof, maybe it looks good, maybe you like it, maybe you don't like the look, but regardless, your house is now sticking out. It's like, whoa, look at that guy. And some people might not like that. Moving on from the roofs. This one I'm skeptical of, just right off the bat. Look at that machine. And I heard the first couple seconds of it here.
This is how Germans build houses.
I'm like, okay, maybe some, right? This implies that like all German houses are being built with this robot, which is obviously, I'd say, clickbait. You tell me. But regardless, this machine looks really cool.
This is how Germans
And it's also just interesting to see how the German houses are framed with, these concrete bricks.
build houses. They no longer need workers or hire concrete masons.
And that's bad for the Masons.
They can easily construct a house in just 2 days. What you
2 days.
see is a house building robot developed in Germany.
2 days.
The device is directly mounted on a truck to construct houses.
That's the coolest thing ever, though. Like, I feel like, you guys tell me, I feel like this is kind of bullcrap, but also this machine is real. And, like, it is a German machine, which is just interesting.
Before building, the model must be pre-designed on a computer.
And this might be the future. Like, maybe this will be how it is done.
Then the entire construction plan is transmitted to the robot, and only
Whoa.
then can the robot start building the house. This robot has a 25-meter-long arm, allowing it to construct buildings up to 8 stories high.
8 stories?
At the end of the long arm, there is a video camera.
But what about the, is it grout? The mixture between the bricks that hardens and holds them together. You can't just stack bricks on top of each other.
And a laser tracking system that precisely places the bricks in the correct position.
Whoa.
If the bricks are too large, they can be automatically cut to the correct size. In summary, everything a builder can do, this construction robot can do 10 times faster. Traditional house construction requires... This is how...
I need to see some comments. This is one of those things I prefer we not have. It's very cool and awesome invention, yet it puts so many people out of jobs. Yeah, that's always just it is what it is. That's the crux of the matter, huh? It's like a paradox of the future. On one hand, it's an advancement, and it's going to be way more efficient and abundant. On the other hand, what are you going to do for work? Looks solid, not sticks. I wonder what he's referring to when he says sticks. That would be American houses. The German Code of Construction does not allow that kind of walls. See how efficient the Germans are? Only they could engineer something like this. Engineering genius is a game changer. Their mindset has so many advantages. See, that's interesting. I mean, this comment showcases just how a lot of Americans see the German mindset in general, This is kind of what we think of Germans, Very efficient, engineering geniuses. That's not normal here in Germany. That's what I suspected, but mortar, that's what I meant. Regardless, I have seen things of German companies testing out, these incredible machines. All right, what do we got here? This says Germany built a road that drinks water.
This road doesn't just drain water, it drinks it. In Germany, engineers built a road that can absorb over 4 tons of rainwater in under a minute. Instead of
Where does it go?
letting water pool and damage the surface, they created a porous base made from crushed granite. Rain seeps through tiny gaps between the stones and drains into a system of underground pipes. The result? A dry, safe road. No puddle.
I mean, once again, it's like, this is the type of thing... I know you guys play around with this. You guys are always inventing interesting ideas and things, especially in construction. But like, is this actually deployed anywhere? This is insane.
Puddles, no potholes. And since granite is incredibly strong, this road lasts longer, even under heavy traffic. A smart fix to a global problem.
Okay, I'm super excited for this one. Just because, You guys told me once that the lines, I always say, wow, look how immaculate the road lines are and the markings on the road. In Germany, miraculous. They look like that for like a month here in America after a fresh paint. You guys told me, well, that's because it's a sticker. What? And I can see this guy might be peeling one up. So let's see.
And filmed the process of applying road markings in Germany, and the video shocked many. The workers, despite the heavy rain and wet asphalt, did not hesitate to continue their work.
Even in the heavy rain?
Paint was applied directly on the wet road, and the result was disastrous. The markings could literally be removed by hand. Seeing such quality, it is hard to believe that this is happening in a country famous for its level of infrastructure.
Okay, so this video is actually shitting on Germany, or this instance where they're doing it in the rain, but nonetheless, this is the best video I've seen of it actually being a sticker.
A man filmed the process.
That's insane. Now, you probably shouldn't do it in the rain.
Of applying road markings in Germany, and the video shocked many. The workers, despite the heavy rain and wet asphalt, did not hesitate to continue their work. The paint...
All right. That's so crazy. Thank you so much for watching. I found those very interesting, somewhat amusing as well, but also just fascinating. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.